Here are 10 smart and profitable business ideas that you could lease or rent your property out for and make passive income and not sell it, especially if the land is just lying out there and you're not using it for anything. I'm going to give you 10 smart business ideas that you could use your empty land to lease or rent and make profit out of it. You can it could be yearly, it could be monthly, it could be weekly, depending on how you draft out your contract of lease. So I'm going to give you number one thing is an outdoor event venue or event center, especially if your property is around residential areas or urban areas or semi-urban areas. Number two thing is a storage facility. Most businesses or wholesale companies lease out properties, lease out empty lands that they use for large storages. Also, we have the parking lot. You could lease that property out as a parking lot, especially if that property is around residential or commercial buildings. You could also lease that property out. Number four is as a mechanic workshop. You could lease that property out as a mechanic workshop or rent it out for a period of time as a mechanic workshop and make money through this. You could also rent or lease that land out for a campground. You could lease it out to churches or worship centers for a period of time, depending on what your contract of lease, how you draft out your contract of lease. You could also lease or rent that property out for mass installation, max empty like this MTN max installations. Most telecommunication companies lease or rent properties where they can install max for a certain period of time, and it also depends on how you draft your contract of lease. Next is you could use it for agricultural or poultry use for farmers or people that rear livestock. You could lease it out to them or rent it out to them for a particular period of time without selling that property. You could also lease that property out as for a car park or a truck park, especially if your property is along the road, along the express, or close to petrol markets. You could lease it out for trucks and tank where they can store or park their trucks, especially if it's close to especially if it's close to petroleum markets. You could lease that property out as a truck park or a tank park. While you're doing this, do not forget to draft out a contract of lease, an agreement that specifies the duration you intend to lease or rent that property, the refund process, the resale, the repayment process. Also, all this should be included in your contract of lease. Always draft out a proper lease agreement to protect your rights. I hope I was able to help you today. My name is Vivian Woye Adeze, proudly known as the realtor of the East Side. See you in my next video where I talk about real estate tips that actually make sense. Bye.